Saugus, I'm Rachel Brugman, the program manager at Saugus TV, and you're watching What's Happening on Saugus TV. Have you been feeling bored lately? Well, then this is your sign to come on down to Saugus TV, which if you didn't know is right in downtown Saugus at 30 Main Street. We would be so happy to see you, and you could learn a couple things about TV making. Now that's an offer you can't refuse. Last week, there was a Board of Appeals meeting where they heard petitions for special permits at 76 Essex Street, 885 Western Ave, 16 Richard Street, 416 Main Street, 6 Pillings Road, and 40 Tontaquan Ave, as well as a petition for variance relief at 312 Essex Street. You can see that meeting Monday and Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Now to John with some information about last week's Board of Selectmen meeting. John?
Thanks, Rachel. Hey, Saugus. John Prudent here with a recap of last week's Board of Selectmen meeting covered by both our trusty intern Paul and myself. Several correspondences, a few public hearings, as well as the amending of some town traffic regulations were just some of the items featured on that night's agenda. A rebroadcast of this meeting can be seen on Saugus TV Government Channel 9. It's also available online at vimeo.com/Saugus Television. Now over to our production manager, Moschella, for the next part of the show.
Thanks, John. I'm Moschella, the production manager. Last week, our intern Paul helped me out with filming the Finance Committee while they gear up for this year's annual town meeting. This time, the Finance Committee met with Police and Fire to read through all budgets for the following departments: Police, Fire, Dispatchers, Building Inspector, Gas and Plumbing, Electrical Inspection, Emergency Management, and Animal Control. You can watch this meeting in its entirety on Channel 9 or anytime on our Vimeo. That's it for me. Now for Anthony to tell you what he was up to this week.
Thanks, Michelle. What's happening, Saugus? Sports producer Anthony Moschella here with a quick little update for all my Saugonians out there. Last week, we were blessed to have in EPW booker and wrestling historian, the Boston Bud Boy, Rocky Raymond, in for the 9th episode of Memories of the Boston Garden with promoter Abe Ford. Now, Rocky discussed the legendary Bruno Sammartino versus Peter Maivia feud from the 70s. Always an entertaining time when he hits the studio here. Tune into Channel 8 and our Vimeo page for more. Also, this week marks the return of the spring sports season. That's right, softball, baseball, and girls lacrosse. Unfortunately, boys lacrosse doesn't look like it's happening this season. We hope it changes, and we will keep you guys in Sachem Nation updated if anything changes. Tuesday is baseball versus Wakefield Warriors from World Series Park. Wednesday is softball versus the Wakefield Warriors from Belmonte Park. And Thursday is girls lacrosse versus the Northeast Metro Golden Knights from Sereno Stadium. Now, I'll be without Nick this week as we await his big return to the microphone next week. Now, also, for all of our heavy metal fans out there, I hear that maybe I perhaps got some incredible live footage over the weekend that I will be bringing you here in Saugus in the Anthony's Archive series that you all know and love. So stay tuned to Channel 8 as they will be showing up soon. That's it for me. Rachel, all yours.
Thanks, Anthony. And now for what's happening in programming. This week on Channel 8. You won't want to miss the new episode of Memories of the Boston Garden, promoter Abe Ford, with your host, the one, the only, Empire Pro Wrestling promoter and historian Rocky, the legend, Raymond, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Wednesday at 4 p.m., you can see this week's episode of A Finished Work. Learn about the Bible with Pastor Jim Lewis. Then at 11 a.m. on Thursday, you can see the Daughters of the American Revolution presentation that took place right here in the Saugus TV studio. The women heard presentations from model builder Jack Klecker and Saugus Ironworks Park Ranger Paul Kenworthy, so you won't want to miss that. If you like watching good old bowling, catch the Bowling Promotion Strike Tour Thursday at 5 p.m. Friday at 4:30 is Straight Up Portraits of Humanity. This time the focus is the art of puppetry. I like ventriloquism, and that sounds really cool. Finally, on Saturday night at 10, you can see the 1974 sci-fi horror, The Mutations. When a scientist experiments with crossing humans and plants, he creates some plant people. This week on Channel 9, you can see the Board of Selectmen meeting live at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. If you missed the live meeting, check back on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. for the Board of Selectmen meeting from the 29th. And Thursday at 8:30 p.m., catch the Finance Committee meeting from the 29th. This week on Channel 22, sports are back in session. Friday night at 8:30 p.m. will be softball versus Wakefield from the 29th, so check it out. That's what's happening this week in programming. To see more dates and times, visit saugustv.org. Please stop by 30 Main Street anytime to say hi and check out our station. Even if you just have some curiosity about the renovations, we welcome you. Thanks for watching and have a great week.